Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys Tengen's swords. So we have 3 different versions of Tengen's swords, and I just want to kind of go through each of them and let you know a little bit about them, and hopefully that gives you some insight on what the difference between these 3 are. So let's get into it. First one we have here is the metal one. So this one is made out of carbon steel. It's not made out of high carbon steel, so it doesn't come battle ready. And I'm sure you've noticed because I was touching the blade. And you know, you can do this, it's a dull blade, you're not gonna really get hurt. But even with this sword, it's still like pretty, like you still pretty, like probably cut yourself on this. So I would still be very careful when handling the carbon steel sword. The tip is very pointy. And also it is full tang, so the blade does go into the handle. So again, it's a good sword, it's a powerful sword to use. Not powerful, but it's a sturdy sword to use is what I mean. So the carbon steel version of Tengen's sword, I will say, so the carbon steel version of Tengen's sword, I would probably say is ideal for somebody who kind of wants to display it in their home, or maybe kind of just want to have it for like a photo shoot accessory or anything like that, and definitely not something that's suitable for children, just because it is quite heavy, if I'm being honest. Like, it's not so heavy that you're not gonna be able to carry it, but it is heavier than obviously the other 2. So again, it is something that you want to be careful with, but it is a very, very cool sword. And also, I should mention, all 3 of these do come in a pair. As you can see, they have the chains right here. We just don't have the pairs attached to them, but you can attach the pair to the chain, or you can keep them separate. Really, however you want to display it, it's completely up to you. But that's a little bit about the carbon steel one. So let's talk about the next one. So this one right here is our wooden version of Tengen's swords. So as you can see, it's a little bit bigger than the metal version, and that's just because it's wooden. So, you know, you can make it, well, kind of however you want to. It's very, very light. So the tsuba for the metal one obviously is metal. So the tsuba for the wood one is plastic. So I would say that the wooden one is probably ideal for somebody who wants to cosplay. Again, it can be used as a really great photo shoot accessory, because if I'm being honest, if you wanted to, say, take this to a con and also kind of have a photo shoot, but you're worried about maybe it not looking that real, I can assure you that it actually does look very real in photos. You really can't tell the difference in a picture. So if that's something that you're looking for, then I think the wood one would probably be ideal for you. As you can see, also the chain for the metal one, I forgot to mention, is also metal. The chain for the wood one right here is plastic. So again, it's very, very light. It's very, very easy to carry. So again, at a con, it's going to be your ideal thing. I've also seen some people online kind of use this as like a way to kind of introduce themselves into like sword dancing, or like trying to use it the way Tengen does. And I would say the wood one and the foam one that I'm going to show you in a second are probably the most ideal ways to try that out. So if that's what you're looking for, I recommend the wood one. So let's talk about the foam one now. So the foam one obviously is our very last one. It's also very cool. This one I recommend if you, again, just need something that you want to use for cosplay and you're not looking for anything really particular. Remember, the wood one and the foam one are always going to be your ideal choices for cons, because there are some convention rules that won't allow you to take the blade out at a convention or to even carry this in the first place. So the wood one and the foam one are ideal for that, just up to your personal preference. Now, compared to all 3 of them, the foam one obviously is the lightest. So if you have like a child or somebody who is young, who likes Demon Slayer and wants Tengen's swords, and you're worried about the wood one kind of hurting them or the metal one kind of hurting them, the foam one is the best option, because it's not gonna hurt anybody, and it's made out of a high quality, high density foam. So, you know, it could take a little bit of a beating, but again, still be careful with it. All these things, always be careful with what we are recommending for you, because you never know what could happen. Anything could happen. So again, if you want to use the foam one for that, that's also a great way to do it. And again, what I said earlier, if you want to use it to try and be like Tengen and do some cool sword tricks, don't start with the metal one. Start with the foam one or the wood one, and then work your way up. That is probably what I recommend. The tsuba for this one also is made out of foam. Same thing with the handle. And again, the chain for this one is made out of a plastic. So these are going to be your best bet. And remember, all 3 of these have a second sword with it, so it does come in a pair. Please keep that in mind. So that's it for this video. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave a comment and somebody will respond to you, or you guys can talk about it. You can let us know what you think. If you want to see more Fire and Steel content from us, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, or you can follow us on social media. Any social media that you guys have, we also probably have. If you want to get any of these swords, they will all be linked in the description down below, so make sure to check that out, and make sure to check out our website, fireandsteel.ca.